Chat's up. That's why.
Steel cage breaks, bodies fly, ladders rise, the crowd's war cry. Power bombs, necks collide, suffering fuels the warrior's pride. Revolution X, watching pain ignite, judging chaos, screaming through the fight. Blood on the mat, chaos reigns. We review the carnage, the glory, the pain. Every slam, every roar. Revolution X craves more. Chairs swing, skulls collide, ropes burn as giants collide. Submission holds, arms snap, twisting fate in a brutal trap. Revolution X, judges of despair. Wrestling's torment, we rip and tear. Blood on the mat, chaos reigns. We review the carnage, the glory, the pain. Every slam, every roar. Revolution X craves more.
Or finish. Oh, God. Okay. Oh my God.
Blood on the mat, chaos reigns. We review the carnage, the glory, the pain. Every slam, every roar. Revolution X craves more.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Doobie Den, and tonight it's Friday night, so you know what that means. It's another edition of the Rev X Wrestling Review. I'm Buddha Fire. That's MJ Hat. We are Revolution X, and man, Raw was great.
Yeah, I know.
SmackDown was ass.
I know. SmackDown was entirely ass. I'll tell you what though, we're gonna do things a little bit different this week because I need you to do Raw this week,
Okay.
which is kind of backwards. But turns out I have to change a butt, so that's a thing. So if you wanna just lead us on into the beginning here, that would be
All right.
fantastic.
Raw came to us from Laredo, Texas. We're starting with the vignette from the Bloodline, and Roman wants the Usos' opinion on Fatu. Jimmy says he can understand Fatu's point, and Jay says there have to be consequences for his actions, and Roman thanks them. The end scene all hands together, saying they are family, or they are the first family. Now, guys, the Bloodline, if you've been in wrestling for the past 5 years, the Bloodline has been one of the biggest factions that has graced WWE in quite some time.
Oh yeah.
For the longest time, they controlled the heavyweight title and the tag team titles for record-setting amounts of time. I don't
It's true.
think that this time around the Bloodline is going to be as dominant a force as they were. But
Well,
I
how
am
long was Roman's last title reign?
1,316 days.
I mean, that's quite substantial.
Yeah, almost. It was almost 4 years. Strong, stout, straight through. Like no dropping the title to somebody and then picking it back up. No, just straightforward, hands down, the best title reign I can personally say I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's that's a long one. So I don't know. I don't need another 5-year title reign.
Right? No, and we won't see that, thankfully. Seth Rollins opens the show, says he didn't lose to Gunther because Gunther was better, and Reigns is carrying the title that he never pinned him or pinned his shoulders for, and the reason is Braun Breaker. He tells Braun they got a score to settle and to come on out. Breaker comes out. Rollins blames Breaker for everything and asks him for what. Breaker said he never got anything from Rollins but being his errand boy and putting out his fires. Breaker said he needed Heyman. Rollins laughs at this. Rollins then says, let's take a trip down memory lane, and says he called Shawn Michaels and asked for the best in NXT, which was Braun Breaker at the time. Heyman calls a year later and says he wants Breaker under Rollins' wing, to which Rollins gladly accepted. Rollins said he always banks on himself and that's why he's successful. He tells Breaker, you try, I succeed. Tells Breaker he isn't ready. Breaker says he was always ready. He was already on his way to stardom before Rollins. He tells Rollins he can't handle the weight of a championship anymore. He gives Rollins his flowers and says he's the best at being number 2. Rollins says that was pretty good for Baby Steiner, and then he says in 2 weeks at Backlash he can prove it. He lets Braun know that he isn't even number 2 in his family. What'd you think about that opening segment, man?
Honestly, that I didn't mind it so much because Seth, he didn't do the flashy dance. Here, I've got the baby. I was trying to lay her down, but that didn't work. He didn't do his flashy dance. He didn't do any of the he didn't have all of his students out there. It kind of for me it was a little off-putting. I'm not going to lie. I didn't while it was a good segment, it's just I Seth Rollins, I'm a Seth Rollins guy, and this just isn't his vibe. I I don't know. That's all I can really say, man. Although I did like the line about being number 2 in his family. That was funny as shit.
Oh, yeah, that was
So,
great. We get a
uh,
backstage segment where the Judgment Day attacked Stephanie Vaquera. Liv says that it's her time to be champion. They leave her laying. This leads us into match number
yeah.
1, which was a singles match. It was Penta versus Rusev. Before the match starts, Ethan Page makes his way down to the ring to watch the match. Rusev is dominant in the beginning of this match. Penta finally gets the upper hand, but Rusev goes for the accolade, and Penta slips out and rolls him into victory. After the match, Rusev attacks Penta. Page looks to attack as well, but Rusev says, no, I've got this. Penta gets the upper hand with Rusev, but Page attacks from behind, and then Javon Evans comes out to make the save. What do you think about match number 1, Hat?
Honestly, I thought it was going to go a little bit different than it did. Javon Evans being out there is no surprise to me. I see 4-way in the works. That's just, if you know how WWE books, this is kind of right up their alley for that. So,
Right.
Fatal 4-way Flash, what you want to bet?
I would be okay with a fatal 4-way match and all 4 of them being in. Because you got a powerhouse, you got a technical wrestler, and then you got 2 high flyers. Makes
Right?
for a good match. Makes for a very good match.
100%.
They plugged the new Hogan docu-series. If you haven't caught that yet, it's actually pretty good. Go watch that. El Grande Americano issues a challenge to Rey Mysterio. Says he wants to fight who he's respected throughout the years and stuff like that. Becky Lynch makes her way down to the ring. She boasts her title win from Mania. She is the first woman in history to win 4 titles at WrestleMania. I did not know that.
Yeah. That's kind of insane, right?
Yeah, right? She issues an open challenge, and Io Sky answers. Becky said she wanted someone new, shiny, and exciting, and Sky is none of those things. Sky hits her, and Becky tries to hightail it. Adam Pierce comes out and says she issued the open challenge, and it's going to happen right now, leading us into. Rage says there should be more women wrestlers. There's a good roster of women's wrestlers. They all don't get their time, unfortunately, but there is a good roster of women's wrestlers. And my camera keeps
Women's
fucking
wrestling
flickering,
today,
dude.
I seen that. Women's wrestling today is a lot different than it was 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think that they right now we're getting women's main events and we're getting tremendous storylines and the roster is quite improved from where they were at 10 years ago because 10, 15, 20 years ago, it to be a diva, if you will, quote unquote, that was all about, being pretty and being able to shake your ass and shit. This is different. These women can actually fight. And that's what we really want to see. I'm not there for the TNA is not my thing, bro. It's more about the actual throwing down. So I'm all for this women's revolution. I think it's a wonderful thing. And I'm so glad that they broke through the glass ceilings. I'm using a lot of air quotes here because these are terms they've used on the show. Um, I'm Becky Lynch is one of my favorite.
Yep.
Okay, hands down, 100%. Io Sky, on the other hand, she is a young Becky to me. She is a young Rhea to me. She is, how do I put this? A young Asuka, even would be the best analogy.
Yeah.
I said what I said.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of Becky Lynch, let's get into match number 2. Is the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Becky Lynch defending her title against Io Sky. Before the match starts, Becky attacks Io from behind as they go to commercial break. Becky has the offense early in the match, but Io makes a comeback and hits a powerbomb onto the outside. Becky gets the upper hand again, but can't seem to keep Io down. Io goes for over the moonsault, but Becky gets the feet up. Manhandle slam 1-2. Oh. Asuka comes out and attacks Io while the ref's back is turned, allowing Lynch to hit the manhandle slam again for the 3 count. After the match, Asuka continues the beatdown on Sky and puts her in the Asuka lock and knocks her out. So they're still
Yep.
continuing the Asuka Io storyline. Even with
Oh,
Kyrie
yeah,
gone.
they are. There was no mention of Kyrie during this either. That's the thing. Like it wasn't. She could have even said something like, "I've trimmed off the dead weight, and now it's just you and me." No,
Yeah.
we didn't get nothing.
We didn't
And
even get anything from the commentators.
no, according to Wrestle Talk this week, because I keep up with that shit.
Mhm.
What they said is Io is already, or I'm sorry, Kairi Sane is already on a plane. She's already back in Japan. She's over there twice a month. So the odds of her even remotely, even if they offered it and the fan upcry and all this, what's up, Apocalypse? Good to see you. Sim Game Matt. They won't drop just because of release. That's right. That's right. Thank you for the first time chat, by the way, Sim Game. Appreciate that. Yeah. So just Kyrie's already, she's over in Japan already, dude. She's done. She's done. Hands down.
From what I read, a lot of the reason that they did let her go is because she actually wanted to move back to Japan.
Yep.
So I think that really holds a lot of truth, considering the fact she's already back over there, and everything's going that way.
The other thing was what was it? What was it they said? They said that she had completed her part of the storyline. Were their exact words from TKO. That she was how did they phrase this? How did they phrase this? Pinning Io last week was the end of it. After that, they had nothing else for her to do in this.
Just
Thank
done
you,
that,
C,
C.
for the hydrate. Appreciate you. Carry on, though. I'm sorry.
Speaking on TKO, I read something earlier tonight that kind of disturbed me a little bit. Said that they did not
Okay.
like the extraterrestrial or out of this world characters on screen. That's why we lost Aleister Black and the Wyatt Six. Did you see
Fair.
that?
I didn't see that, but I believe that.
Hey, thanks
I
for
believe
the
that appreciate that, buddy. The idea of these out of this world characters, the dark, the gothic, the
Yeah,
psycho, they're not into that. Magical powers and shit like that. I can see why they're trying to be a serious business, but
that's also the reason that
some
Undertaker can't do his dead man persona anymore. That's why he's been doing the biker persona.
there it is. That's it. That's it. Because TKO don't want it. They don't want it.
And they're
Good
they're
job,
they're getting a
Ariel and
lot
Manowar.
they're getting a lot more hands on and hands in the last little bit, and I don't know if I really care for it.
Yep.
Uh,
From who I've heard from TKO wants nothing paranormal.
that's
That's
yeah.
what I've heard too, man. Hands down.
We get a
Welcome in
backstage
though. Good
segment
to see
with
you.
El Grande Americano, Rey Mysterio, and Los Americanos. Then we get a
Uh-huh.
backstage segment with the Usos and LA Knight. Joe
Yeah.
Hendry concert. His song is Joe Henry signs to Raw. A lyric is "Can we
Yep.
fire Logan Paul?" If you didn't see that
Yeah.
Monday night, it was hilarious, especially the way that he got the crowd involved with that. Oh my god!
I mean,
Uh,
I'm a Joe Hendry guy, so
so
this was actually funny as shit.
I would say Soundbank's probably a good 85%.
You know how much they're actually going to take?
Oh, they're going to take
None.
0.
None. For the podcast audience, that's so how much blame should TKO take when the storylines don't measure up? Thank you, Sam Banks.
Yes,
Both Shapiro and Emmanuel have the ability to change creative control whenever they want. You're 1,000% right, Sam. Hell
and
yeah,
it's an
dude.
unfortunate thing. It really is. Anyway, Paul and Theory come out, and Paul is heated. Hendry calls the Vision primetime losers. The Vision beat up Hendry until the Street Profits make the save. And I don't know
Yeah.
if you've seen on Twitter or X, I'm sorry, but Montez Ford put out a nice little tweet to Austin Theory, basically telling them they're just placeholders for them until they get their hands on them titles.
That's fair. That's fair. The Vision's not exactly top tier material right now.
Thank you, Broken Wolf.
Thank you,
Adds in
Broken
18
Wolf.
minutes, guys, for you all watching.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I've got it turned up so people can see it. Personally, if you've never been in the wrestling business, you have no business in creative, says Matt. Hell yeah, dude. That's
That's
awesome.
1,000% true. 1,000%. Grayson
Preach
Waller
it, brother.
talking smack to Adam Pearce about Oba Femi. Femi is standing behind Waller
Huh?
and tells Pearce to give him an opportunity against him tonight. This leads us into
Yeah.
match number 3, which was a singles match. It was Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. This was actually a very solid back and forth match between these two luchadors. A lot of reversals and a lot of 1-2-oohs. The finish seen Los Americos get involved, and when El Grande went to put on the metal plate in his mask like he normally does to get the cheap victory, OG Americano comes up and blocks him from doing so. Mysterio takes advantage of this, hits a 619, and drops the Dom to get the 3 count. After the match, the Americanos go at it until security breaks it up. Now they are building
Yeah.
are building this feud between the Americanos not only on WWE TV but also on the AAA scene as well.
Yeah. That's fair.
Well,
That's fair.
in May, at the end of May, whenever they have their big event, it's El Grande Americano versus OG El Grande Americano in a mask versus mask match.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, dude. They're gonna reveal them both anyway.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna take the mask off Ludwig. They're gonna take the mask off Chad Gable. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine, guys. Don't
Here's my
worry about it. The
question to you,
story should
though.
have ended 6 months ago.
Here's my
Go ahead.
question to you: Who loses the mask first? Who do you think will?
Oh, Ludwig Kaiser.
You
Ludwig
think so?
Kaiser. Yeah.
As over as he is in Mexico, like you got to
Yeah.
think it's like they play complete reversal cards on each other. From WWE to AAA. In AAA, Kaiser is loved, and I mean loved by everybody there. In WWE, he's hated. On the flip side of that,
Yeah.
Gable is loved in WWE, but completely hated in AAA.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
So I want to
Yeah, I
say
think it'll
that
be
Chad Gable loses his mask.
I think it'll be Kaiser first. Kaiser absolutely came second whenever we started this Americano nonsense.
That's
Now we're
true.
up to 4 different ones, but really 2, but I know you guys get it. But the whole thing, I think they're all gonna get demasked.
Right.
That's what needs to happen. I'm over it. Shoulda ended 6 months ago.
Well, just on this show
Sorry.
alone, we get a couple of matches made for Backlash. We get Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker, and we also get
Uh-huh.
Asuka versus Io Sky. So after they show that, we get an Asuka vignette on Io Sky, which leads us into match number 4. I should have put squash match on this, but I put singles match, and it's Grayson Waller
Yeah.
versus Oba Femi. This match was the squash match you thought it would be. Oba was done in 5 moves before Follow Grace from the victory. After the match, Oba grabs a mic and introduces Oba Femi Open Challenge. Anybody that wants to step up can do so and get knocked down.
All right, hold on right there. Matt says, "Have you heard the rumor of Lucha Underground?" Yes. Yes. Don't know when it's going to happen or where it'll be, like for us to watch, I mean, but I have heard that. So, it's a very real possibility.
Lucha Underground was good. Like, if you all never actually watched it, go look it up on YouTube. You can find it everywhere. Lucha Underground was actually
Okay.
very solid for what it was, and I think it lasted for 3 or 4 seasons. But like
Well,
Ricochet,
my
that's where he
understanding
got his
was
like real big start. Rey Mysterio was in it. Johnny Mundo, Penta, Ray Phoenix. Um, a lot of wrestlers you see today probably done a stint in Lucha Underground. It was just that popular at one point in time.
right. Yeah. That makes sense to me. I As far as this Obafemi Open Challenge goes, this is just a way to keep him busy until Mania. Like that's literally all we're doing here. Matt says, "I personally used to talk to the executive producer weekly, so from what he's heard, it is coming back with a major backer." Hell yeah, that's good information, man. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah,
Appreciate
appreciate it,
that.
buddy.
Uh,
But
yeah, I just Obafemi he's not being utilized in the way he should be. That's what I'm gonna say here. I'm willing to wait and see. I don't think they should just hand him a title shot, of course,
right.
but it's not time yet. Like maybe 3 months, but I bet we have to wait till Mania. Bet.
No. I think from what Roman said, like when Obi first called Roman out, he told him to get through the summer and then come talk to him.
Yeah,
So I think that the Jacob storyline with Roman is just a filler to get through. Let Oba get warm and let him do this open challenge for a little bit and just destroy fall of men. I think that Roman will answer Obi's challenge at some point in time.
sure.
And when that happens, that will be when like we see the shift of balance, so to speak.
Right.
Uh
Guys, thank you for showing up and support. Appreciate that. Please remember that the at the end of the show we'll be taking callers as well. So exclamation point stage. I've got it pinned at the top of both chats. You're welcome to listen to us on Discord as well. Sorry, Buddha. Please continue.
Sim Game Matt says supposedly after SummerSlam we will see what is planned. That's a good call. That's where I kind of see it going. I think we'll get one more challenger to Roman after Jacob, but I'm not really 100% sure who it is. Maybe CM Punk comes back for it again, but I think CM Punk's taking some time off.
Thank you, Aspie. I see you.
All right, backstage segment
Uh,
with Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. Liv explains
uh-huh.
Finn being gone and asks Perez if she trusts her. Roxanne says she needs a minute, and Finn shows up and tells Roxanne not to trust the Judgment Day. Perez says she's with the Judgment Day and he needs to leave before he gets hurt. So do we see
Yep.
Roxanne Perez turning on the Judgment Day?
Uh, I think she gets caught talking to Finn.
Mm.
I don't know about turning.
I could see that. I don't know. I feel Raquel would before her. Do you think Raquel will turn faster, Banks? I don't know. I think Raquel and Liv are like a package deal. especially with the behind the scenes trouble uh video
Yeah.
that I watched. It was like 16 minutes long. That's
Trouble, trouble.
oh my
That's
god, yeah.
me.
Sim Game Matt says I'm not sure a full turn, but something may be in the works. That's true.
Maybe.
Soundbanks
Maybe.
just from the Royal Rumble. That's good. That's good, guys. It leads us into match 5, which is a tag team match. It was Lyra and Bailey versus Roxanne and Raquel. This was a decent tag team match. The crowd was really behind the hometown girl Roxanne. In the end, Liv Morgan distracted Bailey, which allowed Roxanne to hit the Shining Wizard and Pop Rocks for the victory.
Honestly,
I
I'm
thought it
not
was
surprised.
right.
Roxanne Perez, she's fire, dude. She's so good. Like the things she does when she actually is on her A game, because I'm going to put it like that, it's great.
She showed out for sure in front of her in front of the hometown tonight.
Sure.
That night. We get a Soul Ruka vignette that plays. She will officially sign to Raw next week. Roman Reigns makes his way out to the ring. He says he makes the championship. He goes to say something about Jacob Fatu, and Fatu's music hits. Roman says he hopes Jacob has made the decision to unite the family, not divide it. Jacob says he didn't need time to decide. He already knew. Roman tells Jacob he doesn't deserve it and he hasn't earned it and he's not ready. And Jacob locks in a Tongan death grip on him. Jacob says he's going to take everything from him. Roman comes to and tells Jacob he'll see him at Backlash. I'm not
Fair.
going to lie to you. I'm very excited to see this match.
I think they're building Jacob up pretty strong.
They
So
normally do.
I well, as strong as they have on both shows, man, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that later on the SmackDown part. But for like during Raw right here, at this point, he's been on every main roster show since Mania.
Yes,
right?
Yep.
So that just tells me time for your push. Time for your push. Time for your push. I would have rather seen Braun Breaker get pushed first. Sorry. Just where I'm at. He needs to be built up.
He's an amazing
Yep, go
talent.
ahead.
I used to watch him when he was with MLW. Yeah, Jacob Fatu's been around for
Right
a
on.
while, and he's always been a presence to be dealt with. Like, there's no doubt
Yeah.
about that. Decent Raw, a nice build up from some new matches at Backlash, and the matches on tonight's show were well produced. I gave this show a 3.5. What did you give it?
Man, you know me. I'm pessimistic at best. This was a 3. I think there were several things that the Kyrie thing really kind of bugged me because I was into that storyline.
Right.
The I don't know that I care for the Judgment Day storyline. The El Grande Americano thing just needs to end. Braun Breaker needs a bigger push. That's my notes for Raw. That's what I got.
Soundbake says he
What
agrees
about
that Braun needs more work on the mic, which I feel as though he's absolutely right. He really does. Like, he can deliver when he
when
needs
does he
to,
get an
but he needs to,
opportunity?
just about every week now. He didn't beforehand. You're
Fair.
right. Especially when he was a lackey for Rollins, he really didn't get a lot of mic time. But now that he's back and by himself, he's starting to warm up. But I do agree with Soundbanks. He needs more time. Dark Tree says, did not watch this week. My allergies have been kicking my ass. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. I hope you get to feeling better.
Yeah, that sucks, dude. I feel you though. I'm still stopped up myself. What about news this week? Did you hear anything through the grapevine like you normally do?
Didn't really see anything this week, man. It was just been a blah week with everything. We kind of covered the Cowrie thing. We talked about TKO and the dark entities that they don't like on TV. So I mean, honestly and truthfully, I think it's time for you to head us into SmackDown, bro.
All right. Well, I can do that. SmackDown come to you tonight from Tulsa, Oklahoma. We opened up the show with a clip from Raw. It was Roman and Jacob and that whole ordeal with the Usos, blah, blah, blah. Then we get Cody's music, right? And Cody comes down. He's got a mic. He says he's medically cleared. So that begs the question, is all he gets out, and then we hear Ricky Saints music. Ricky comes out, cuts a promo, and then gets asked. He asks Cody, or I'm sorry, Cody asks him, "What's different now?" And Ricky just says, "You, man. You, Cody." So this was very funny. Cody says, "All right, bet." Pretty much. We get Cody versus Ricky tonight. I came out here to change who the show is about, says Ricky. Cody says, "I'm easy to find and I'm hard to beat." And that was the end of the segment. Did seeing that, Ricky Saints, are you a Ricky Saints guy? Because I don't think you and I have talked about Ricky that much.
Not necessarily. I mean, I like his work, but I'm not really the biggest fan. Ricky Saints is definitely cocky.
He's meant
cocky, Aspie.
He's meant to be. Adrox, welcome in. Good to see you, buddy.
You know,
he retired though.
This was one week that I can think that I did not hear Brock Lesnar's name come out of anybody's mouth.
That's true. That's true. Wait. No, you're right. You're right. You're right. Moving on, we get a Charlotte and Alexa interview. This is right before Charlotte's to head out to the ring. JC versus Charlotte tonight. Rhea walks up at the beginning of this interview and she says, "Look, I tried to take him on by myself. I couldn't do it. Let's partner up." Fatal Influence. There's too many. Yeah, you're good. Fatal Influence. There's too many of them. Charlotte isn't interested. No, you're cursed. Thank you, Dark Tree. Appreciate that. That leads us into the first match. We cut to commercial, come back. We get JC Jane versus Charlotte Flair. JC starts with the mic as soon as she comes out during her entrance. This was a decent little match. In the end, there was an interference spot, and Charlotte got distracted and was hit with JC's finisher for the win. As Fatal Influence is beating these two women, Rhea's music hits. She clears the heels and then shakes Charlotte's hand. Honestly, I'm about that. I think that this is going to make a good storyline. Rhea and Charlotte working together is a ticking time bomb. Just, you know? So, I'm excited for that. From there, we get a Brie Bella and Paige interview where Paige is clearly flirting with Byron Saxton, mind you. This is about the Irresistible Forces. It was kind of a meh interview, though. We get a segment with Fraxium, Priest, and R-Truth in the back. Truth is talking to Fraxium, and Priest walks up and he says, "Oh, okay. I guess we're challenging these guys this week. That's cool." And, what's his face? Frazier says, yeah, that's exactly it. And he runs off to go get the match made. Truth turns around and says, "We weren't talking about that, man. We were talking about taxes." Listen, if R-Truth did my taxes, I'd probably owe the IRS. Just saying. I think Charlotte was humbled a little bit tonight. I agree, Aspie, but that's the thing, right? They're never actually humbled. Please remember, this whole thing is Rhea and Charlotte have mega history. Okay, that is key because Charlotte is one of the best women in the division. Okay, she's a Flair. She's top of the world. Rhea is better than Charlotte, and I'll say it like that. It's just true. News just came out. AEW is losing their TV when Warner Brothers Paramount merger is approved, and Khan has known from the beginning. What, bro? I wonder what they're gonna do for TV. Oh, that's shit. That's shit, Matt. Hell yeah. Can you send me a link to that if you wouldn't mind, sir? Because that's. I'll tell you what. Let me see if I can pull it up. I don't want to sidetrack too awful much though, because we are live. AEW TV deal. Just have that going in the background. Yeah, okay. I've got the Sports Kingdom page worst up. All right, bet. We'll read that in a minute. Thank you for that. It's on. I got it. Sorry, I'm a little stopped up. This is horrible. Yeah. So we get a Miz and Kit Wilson segment. They are still cursed. Bunch of flour, and it's awful. That leads us into the tag title match, which is Priest and R-Truth taking on Fraxium. This is very fast paced. The champs dominated Fraxium through this match. South of Heaven for the dub. Talatunga comes out and attacks all 4 men after the match. Guess we get a segment of Solo Sikoa next, and then we cut to commercial break. Buddha,
Yo,
couple of questions.
answer.
First one,
Yep.
Charlotte and Rhea working together. What do you think?
That's not gonna that's not gonna last long, honestly.
Okay.
The title being
And then
that
the other
close to
thing,
Charlotte's gonna be right after
yeah,
that.
yeah, I agree. Uh, let's see. And the other thing was JC Jane and Fatal Influence.
I said this last
Did
week,
you
I
see?
think. I'll say it again this week.
Uh
If they can
huh. Uh
book
huh.
them correctly, that'll be a strong faction to deal with. That could be better than Damage Control when they first started them.
Right. Can we also get a quick mention about who attacked the NXT champ in that show?
Which one? There was a bunch of them.
Uh oh. I don't watch NXT, Radrock. Sorry, dude. Not my show, dude. Like I know who's down there, but I don't even know who's champion right now. Who's champion right now?
Tony D'Angelo.
Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate that.
Yep.
There is a news segment that you and I will go back over once we get done with this. Not going to what, ask me? Not going to last, but a much needed alliance. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Big blonde guy. Yeah, I mean, know who to. Okay. Solo has the mic. He says Jacob has made a mistake. He made it last week. Says Jacob hurt his family. The Usos music hits. They say we are going to have. We get that you have issues with Jacob, but you're going to have to wait until after Roman, and we ain't asking you. We're telling you, Solo. Talatonga then demolishes the Usos. Solo says, tell Roman he ain't my tribal chief. What he says, we don't give a damn. Jacob is a dead man. So Jacob's got it coming to him from all sides right now, bro.
He really does.
Just really. I'd hate to be Jacob Fatu. And I don't know. It's not good. It's not good. Let's see. Moving forward, Sami Zayn and Cody's backstage interaction. Sami is pleading toward his friendship with Cody. Cody looks at him and says, "We aren't the same." Sami was trying to suggest that he's not been acting like a complete and total dick. So, you know, a Bam Bam style. I ain't heard Bam Bam in a long time, Madrock. Shit, dude. Showing your age a little bit there, buddy. But I'm right there with you. So, which that led us into match number 3, which was Cody Rhodes taking on Ricky Saints. Honestly, this match was only made to make Ricky look good, in my opinion. Cody eventually turned it around and started a good offensive just to get hit with a reverse kind of. It was weird. It was like a crossroads, but it was the other direction. So I called it a face buster. I don't know what it's called, but you'll have to watch the Flintstones with Baby Hat. Bam, bam. That's it. That's it. Cody eventually reversed into a crossroads that Ricky took rough. Seriously, he took it pretty bad. And attacks Cody with the sleeper twice. Thoughts? What you got, Buddha?
Why Gunther?
I was just waiting for that.
There's so many other talents that Cody could work with. Why Gunther? Gunther's supposed to be doing something with Paul Heyman. I wish they'd have kind of just left it at that. But
watch out.
Gunther's a good opponent. It's not the first time these two have met, so I guess I'll be interested to see how it goes. But I'm there's other people
Possibly Soundbanks. Soundbanks for the podcast audience. I wonder if Seth gets involved for what Gunther did to him. It's a possibility, but now we're talking about crossing shows. Yeah. And there's a lot of that going on right now. So if it's not now, it probably won't happen if it's not the next week or two. So Uh, Danhausen comes out, makes his appearance. He starts handing out merch. He's throwing T-shirts out to the crowd when Miz interrupts. Miz is accepted. He is cursed and wants Danhausen to remove it. He agrees to be Danhausen's mentor. They go to shake on it, and then we get Kit Wilson's music. Kit Wilson comes out to the ring, calls them both toxic. Miz defends Danhausen and tells Kit he's in a different league. They do this whole Miz is going to go shake one of their hands, blah, blah, blah. Cheering for Danhausen, booing for Kit Wilson. Miz eventually shakes Danhausen's hand just for when Danhausen to turn around, Miz clonks him with the mic. It's classic Miz. Classic Miz. He gets squashed by both men here. Any thoughts on this segment?
You could have seen that coming a mile away. Like it was too
I
easy.
agree.
It was too easy not to see coming. So kind of disappointed on that.
Sorry, guys. I haven't been this stopped up all day. It's getting worse. Miz is great at being hated, but that still makes him a wonderful talent, Matt. That makes him a great talent because he's getting heat and it's wonderful. That brings people back. It gives interaction. Like, that's the whole point. A boo or a cheer is equal. Like, it doesn't matter. If you're getting booed, they're acknowledging you. Just saying. Just saying. Royce Keys versus Angel Garza. This was a squash match, second for the week. Let's flex powerhouse. I mean, Royce Keys. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Royce Keys. Honestly, not surprised. Royce is going to have to get involved in some sort of storyline, though, or he's not going to have any traction. We get a Jacob Fatu and interview with Tiffany time with Tiffany Stratton. It's her birthday. Chelsea Green walks up, and Julia and Kiana walk up, and they all want a shot at the U.S. title. Tiffany offers Kiana James a shot at the title next week. Julia does not look happy. Do you care?
No,
Because I don't care either. We get a Jacob Fatu and Royce Keys segment. Keys is trying to pump Jacob up. Solo and Tala attack and fuck them both up, though. Medics are on the scene. That doesn't surprise me at all. All right. I'm gonna preface what I'm about to say. This is gonna be a little bit negative. Okay. And I think that this was a horrible way to take this story. The one I'm about to tell you about. I think it's abysmal and they can do better. We cut to Gingy, the gingerbread man, standing in the ring, and out comes Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn cuts a decent promo, kinda. Sami attacks the inanimate object on the mannequin, which is the costume of Sami Zayn. He rips off his legs and arms. It's a whole thing. Trick comes out to defend it, I guess. I don't care. I literally, that's what I wrote in my notes. They're fighting over, just listen. And what's even worse is they're actually going to carry it on next week, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We get a vignette of the women's tag team champions, cuts to an interview with the Irresistible Forces. It wasn't a good interview. Both Lash Legend and Nia Jax they struggle with their mic work. They struggle with their in-ring work too. So, I don't know. What do you think, Buddha?
They're horrible. Like, that team needs to be split up as soon as possible to salvage anything of Lash's career that she wants to have.
Matt says, yeah, he's great at everything they give him. That's true. I want to see Danhausen's wrestling style. Well, he's had a couple of matches, Soundbanks. Soundbanks also says, I wonder if Royce gets involved with Jacob Fatu somewhere down the road. That would be a good match. Lash was pushed to the roster too early. She wasn't ready. I like you, Matt. I like you a lot. Please come back.
Agreed on that one a few times over. But
Yep.
You are absolutely right.
Yep. So this whole thing with Gingy, right? We could get an interview of Trick At the back, at the medical examiner, Trick acts like Gingy was real and is mad as fuck because Little Yachty's out. Hurt. Probably out really recording an album or doing some rapper shit. Who the fuck knows? And Gingy is dying. Oh my god. Just this angle. This angle. I cannot. Match number 5 was the Women's Tag Team Championship. This was Brie Bella and Paige versus the Irresistible Forces. The heels started off strong in this match and dominated throughout most of it. The end of this match, though, and this was very quick and very lame, right? It was very hard for me to keep interest, but the end of this match saw Paige cheat. So I think that we're going to get some sort of split up storyline where the tag team champions aren't on the right page. See what I did there, Paige? And I really kind of feel like Paige is going to walk away in Brie Bella's time of need. So, or we could see some Freebird rule shit. Who knows? Oh my god, they treated this so serious. Even Nick Aldis, and it absolutely. I'm so mad over this. Like it hurt the rating for tonight for me, really bad, really, really bad. They announced that the Gingerbread Man has died, and his funeral will be next week. Why? Why? For what? What's it for? What's it for? I don't need this. No, no, that is horrible. It's bad. I don't want it. Just give me a real story. It's just listen. I know you might think I'm acting a little bit over the top for it. I'm not. This is the dumbest thing they could have done. Just let them fight. Just regular old fight. Why the Gingerbread Man? I'm gonna miss it. No, okay, I can't even play. That's the dumbest storyline I have ever seen, and I've seen some dumb shit. I've been watching wrestling since early 90s, bro. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. I agree. However, Sami Zayn started it. He did start it. He is meant to be the heel in this situation. You're right. But it's still garbage. The whole story is trash. And I bet it's Trick that thinks it's funny. I bet this is a Trick Williams original. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there. You want to defend it at all, Cuzzo, or are you just going to let me keep ranting?
No, I think I have to disagree with that. I think it's a Sammy. Like I think Sammy comes out next week and demolishes this funeral. You've seen.
I hope so.
You've seen how crazy he got tonight. Like, I think this is just helping move that heel character for Sami Zayn.
So they announced the funeral for next week, right? And it cuts to Sami Zayn standing next to Aldis in the back, and Sammy starts losing his shit when Aldis goes, "Well, we're in mourning." Oh my god! Oh my god! He started losing it. He's like, "What do you mean he wasn't real?" Like, and he wasn't. It was a mannequin. It was a fucking mannequin. Just Jesus. Danhausen then walks up and asks for Miz at Backlash. And he gets his wish. So there you go. Danhausen versus Miz will be coming to you 2 Saturdays from now. Not this Saturday, but next. 8 days.
You forgot something there.
Did I?
That wasn't the only match announced.
What was the other one? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. The U.S. title match. I thought I done said that. My bad. Yeah, the U.S. title match was also approved for Backlash. So we're getting Sammy versus Trick again. Gets his wish if he can get a tag partner. Oh, is that what it was? Ask me. Yeah. I must have missed that too.
Yeah, with Danhausen. Okay. Yeah, if he can find a tag partner,
see,
he gets him and Kit Wilson.
I was so livid over the fucking Gingerbread Man segment. I was just like, "Oh, dude, I can't do this." I was
ringing somebody up, and I was like, "Okay, who are they going to get to tag with Danhausen? That's the question."
That is a good question. Match number 6, though, the final match of the evening, was the Usos versus the MFTs in Solo and Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga is such a giant that he handled Jey Uso with ease in the open of this match. These guys move slow, and Tala was in for most of the match. Jey eventually gets a hot tag and is on point with Solo. We get a spear from Jey, 1-2, ooh. Eventually, Jacob interferes and assaults the MFTs. Jacob gives 2 Tongan death grips and a big Samoan drop through the announce table to Tama Tonga. Jacob then stands face to face with the Usos and walks right through them. Grabs a mic, and as he's walking up the ramp, he says, "Tell Roman Reigns I'm gonna dog walk his ass at Backlash. All gas, no brakes, yada, yada, yada." Listen, 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5.
I'm giving it
That's
just a
low.
hair bit better. Hair bit better. My fucking god, I can't speak. And I'm saying 1.5. This was not a good show. Like you said, the whole gingerbread thing, the fact that they played that out all night, killed
Yeah.
most of the rating for that show. If anybody found that to
100%.
be interesting, you may want to rethink life choices.
Dark Tree says, so now we're getting more repeats. We need new storylines in capital letters. You're right, bro. You're right. Raw was great. I was okay with Raw. It was a core Raw. Thanks, Soundbanks. Appreciate that. Soundbanks says that they agree. That's awesome. Let me grab this baby. Laid her down, and that's not gonna fly. She ain't having it.
All right, guys.
She ain't having it.
This is the part of the show where we like to open up the stage to everybody. Exclamation point stage. Click on the link. Come straight into the stage. If you want to talk to us, ask questions, raise your hand. We'll put you up on the stage. First and foremost, we got Aspie on the stage. Welcome in, Aspie. How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
And what did you think of this week's shows?
I did think they were a bit lame. Like tonight's SmackDown, I give it a 2 just to be awkward.
Okay.
Plus,
Fair.
MJ's 1, you're 1.5, and he was like, "I'm going to be awkward."
You're good. You're good. Let me ask you, Aspie. What did you think about the gingerbread man? Please tell me you weren't into that. Please tell me no. Please tell me no. Please.
No, I was not into that.
Okay, thank God.
I was going off on. I was agreeing with Sammy that it was stupid.
Yeah.
But from the highlights that I'd seen from last week,
Yeah.
he started it. So
Right.
he's got no room to complain.
Well, I get your point. He's meant to be the heel, I guess. They're doing a heel turn with him. And it's not going according to plan. I could just see it, you know? What they've tried to do is they've tried to flip-flop Trick Williams, who was the heel, and make him a babyface. That's not really working out either because people don't like Trick Williams except Buddha. Buddha likes Trick Williams.
I do like Trick Williams. Before we get into anything else, let's go ahead and welcome Sim Game Matt up to the stage. As soon as he joins, I invited him up. He's got his hand raised.
Yeah. Oh.
What?
You're welcome to join whenever you're ready, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here. Ask me the other question I had for you was what about the Raw segment? Did you get to watch Raw?
I did.
Oh, you're all right.
I watched it just before SmackDown, and there was a lot of posing, I think, especially from Becky.
Okay. Yeah, Becky is she is our Intercontinental Champion, and we kind of have to keep that in mind here. And don't worry, Matt. I'm going to get to that you sent me. I got you. Yeah, it's honestly, Raw just this whole week could have been better. A 3 is not a great score for me. A 3.5 is not a great score from Buddha. So I have to stress that there's going to be a slow period here until we get past Backlash. There always is. It's that expectation from Mania where everything was so wonderful, right? Quote unquote wonderful. But now we're on that downhill slope. So
Yeah.
this is the beginning of the year. This is when new stories are supposed to start to be made. That's the whole idea here. But let me read out this news article that I got sent. Although we normally don't cover AEW content, this is pretty serious. Let's see. AEW recently claimed that the promotion's broadcast partner, Warner Brothers, have opted to not renew their media rights deal. That is their television deal.
Yes,
So AEW is about to find themselves in a spot where they do not have a platform to broadcast on cable. Now, I stress on cable. Why do I stress on cable, Buddha?
because everything's going to streaming, so it doesn't really matter.
There it is. Well, I think it still matters. I don't think it's. Listen, people aren't going to order. What is it? Stars just for that, or is it
HBO.
Cinemax? Which one is it? HBO. Excuse
Yep.
me. HBO's got some good shows though. And apparently, my understanding is Khan knew about this from the beginning. So the future is very bright for AEW Warner Brothers. Go ahead.
That was all I was gonna say. Is kind of sucks.
Looks like they're about Paramount. I have really great relationships there, and I'm also a big believer in what they do, quote unquote, Tony Khan. So that's a possibility. That's a possibility. I don't know. Anyway, I know that that's a sidecar, but that got sent to me, and I wanted to talk about it just for a second. So I like Carmelo more than Trick. Hell yeah, Soundbanks. Hell yeah. Carmelo Hayes was entertaining. Oh, I got spit up on. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Buddha?
Yeah. So go ahead and ask this question to the chat. Do you have any questions for myself or Hat? We'd be more than happy to answer them at this time.
This week was just dull. That's my statement. Oh, I need wipes.
Aspie, this goes to you as well. If you've got any questions for Hat, please be more than happy to ask.
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's
I have a
25
question.
to 6 in the morning here, so my head is mush.
That's fair.
What was your favorite part of the show?
My favorite part of the show.
I hope so, Soundbanks. That would be great. For podcast audience. For the podcast audience, Soundbanks says, you think Carmelo will pop up for the memorial service? I hope so. Go ahead, Aspie. Sorry.
Right. I did enjoy the Cody Saints match.
It was good, yes.
I think that was one of the better matches of.
Honestly, that's probably the best part of SmackDown.
Agreed.
Yeah,
honestly,
it probably is. I agree with you. It probably is. And that's not even going into the fact that I think Cody's good looking.
Lord, there it is. There it is.
As I said, Ricky Saints was just extremely cocky.
Dark Tree says, hey now. He heard you, Aspie.
That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. No, I agree.
We'll have a discussion about that later.
I see what you did there. Shame. Yeah, okay. Anybody else got anything? Dart Tree, any questions? Sigma Matt?
Soundbanks.
Absolutely, guys. Please feel free to reach out too if you want to come on or you want
you very
to
much, Soundbanks.
bring up something. Thank you. If you want to bring something up, that's you're more than welcome to DM us throughout the week. Yeah, I feel you, Dart Tree. Still stopped up myself. Just I some of these shows I realize that it's going to be
Crickets.
but that's this week. There's nothing we can do about it. It just is how it is. So, I get it. I get it.
Unless, of
Buddha.
course, we start signing a petition and send it to
Well, I mean,
888.
that's a good shout. For what? Better shows? Better creative?
Yeah.
Trust me when I tell you, I'm pretty sure he probably gets 1 million of those daily.
No doubt.
Because I know we're not
Buddha,
the
let me
ones in the
ask
world
you.
to think that that's how that goes.
True. Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Have you got any time in your schedule at all? There, because people are asking when you're streaming and stuff. I have to answer that a lot.
I'm going to try to do one Sunday night. Probably around 11-ish. It's not 100% certain yet. So, but
did you hear that, chat?
Just look for me.
There you go. There you go.
If you got me followed, you got the bell on, then yeah, I think thinking Sunday night might be a Fortnite night.
Sigma be Matt, you're 1,000% right, dude. I agree. They do need to stop doing AI for their creative. It just doesn't do good. We've seen meetings with them, right, in the Unreal document series. I think that there's some reality behind that, but I think that they get ideas and then they brainstorm over the ideas and try to edit them. So that you're right. It's bad juju, dude. I like you, Matt. You come back next week. I'm
Yes,
serious. You come back next week. I like you.
Yes.
You got some good opinions.
We enjoy the wrestling content and the conversations, and yeah, please continue to come back.
I'm a little rough this week, okay, and I know that, but I've got a busy week on my plate. Tomorrow, there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on for me. So, Cosmic Squares, my own show. So lots of stuff, But anyway, I'll be back, no problems. And I'll try to have a microphone, please. I'm sorry, Aspie. Go ahead.
I said, get some cetirizine.
I've got some nasal spray. It just isn't working.
Come here, let me hit you in the nose. One good time.
I mean, you can do that thing where you know.
All right, guys. Well, if nobody's got anything else, I think we're going to go ahead and close up for tonight. We want to thank everybody for coming on to watch the stream. If you're listening to this on YouTube, thank you so much for enjoying the podcast. We greatly appreciate getting to do this for you guys, and we greatly appreciate the fact that you come on and chat with us. We will be live again next Friday night, same time. But we're going to say about 11:30 because that seems to be like the comfortable time to get started. So we'll say 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. So make sure that you come back, you chat with us, and you enjoy listening to the wrestling review. On behalf of myself, Buddha, that's MJ Hat. Again, we are Revolution X. This has been the Rev X Wrestling Review, and we will catch you guys on the flip side later. And peace out.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right.